I'm going to make an editorial change here. So in order to make an editorial change, what I need to do is click the button Continue in Editorial Mode. When I click this button, that means from now on I can't make any other changes that were not editorial. So you do need to be quite sure that you're finished, fixing all the pitches and rhythms and so on, and that you're happy that what you have here represents what's in the manuscript. So I'm going to continue in editorial mode, and I get this window that warns me exactly what I just spoke about. You cannot exit editorial mode, and changes made in editorial mode cannot be loaded back into the editor from MEI. A parts file that can be loaded will be downloaded before entering Do you want to continue. So what that means is if I do want to make changes to the parts file in the future, I will need that file now. So by clicking OK, that parts file will be automatically downloaded to my computer so that I'll have that for reference. And the reason for that is you don't want your editorial changes to go into the parts file, because the parts file needs to be a representation of what's in the manuscript. And so now I'm making editorial changes. The only file that those changes should be saved in is the score file. So I'm going to make the change here, which is this breve actually ought to be a perfect breve. And we know that because there's a bit of a strange clash here between that A and the G. At least, this is what all of the editions of Machaut tend to do with this first note A. So let's insert a dot here to make that breve perfect. And so when we do that, we notice that, everything still lines up nicely, but we get a B against the G in that measure. Okay, so I've made my editorial change, and then the only last things to do now is to make sure that I download that score file that I just edited. And so I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to open it up in a code editor so that you can see the editorial change in the code.